This topic is very near and dear to one of our editors' hearts. So Mark, this video is for you. How often should you clean your sensor? The reason I say Mark is because he was very angry at me because I took way too long to clean my sensor. So I wanted to make this video to shed some light on the benefits and the frequency of when to clean your sensor, how to do it, how not to do it, and some of the things that you can do to kind of do some preventative maintenance so you don't have to send it in to get cleaned or having to swab it yourself. So the first thing is, remember, every time you take your lens off, just a bunch of dust is being introduced in there. So if you can minimize changing lenses in less than ideal situations, meaning in the middle of the desert while there's a dust storm, I mean, who would do that, right? I've done that more times than I'd care to admit on this video. So if you can avoid changing lenses in situations like that, try not to change lenses. So that's one thing. If you end up getting dust in there, one thing that you can do to do some preventative maintenance is get yourself one of these. So this is a little pocket rocket blower. I don't know the technical name, but you see that? You want to do that and just kind of blow into it. Now, why am I doing it upside down? Because if I do it the other way like this, dust is just going to be falling in anyway. So I want to do it upside down so that way I'm blowing it out and then it's everything's coming down. That's also another thing that I do when I change lenses, if I'm honest, because I'm paranoid. So if I'm shooting, I'll always change the lenses kind of upside down because the last thing I want is a bird or something, you know, falling into the sensor. Not a bird poop. So that's one thing. I also usually blow the back of the lens, and I'll blow the front of the lens as well, just to blow off any surface dust. Once you do that, you can also use a cloth, you know, a very soft microfiber cloth, and then clean the front as well. That'll definitely help. Now, if you have one of the newer cameras, you can also go into your settings and do sensor cleaning, which is, it basically vibrates your sensor a little bit, and I have it under my favorites, so you're gonna hear it. It's cleaning mode, it's called on this one. I'm gonna hit enter and listen. You heard that? So what it's gonna do is it's basically shaking your sensor a little bit, so if there's any dust, it shakes it off. If I'm being honest, I don't think it really works that well or at all. Like, that pocket rocket is way better. So, and then it's gonna tell you, you're gonna have to shut off your camera to reset it. So shut it off. And I mean, I still do that little buzzer thing, but generally speaking, I don't really think it does much. I think get yourself one of those, you're gonna be happier. Do not use one of these. This right here, this thing right here, it's good for, you know, cleaning off dust on laptops, computers, you know, things like that. However, I Googled it because I'm like, why do they tell you not to use that? And what it is that the chemicals that are inside this can that are, you know, for the compressed air, when it shoots it out, what you're going to be doing essentially is you're going to be spraying all that into your sensor. So it's going to really mess things up. So don't do that, guys. And now, if you're shooting at f2.8, f4, you shouldn't really see too much dust. Once you're hitting f5.6, f11, f18, f22, it's gonna be a mess if it's somewhat dirty. If it's really dirty, I'm sorry, Mark, it's gonna be really messy and you're gonna have to clean up a lot. So at that point, you may need to either get a cleaning kit that you can do yourself. Personally, I don't trust myself. I have the reputation of being kind of a baboon. So if you have Homer-like tendencies, don't play with it yourself. Don't clean it yourself because you're just gonna create a bigger mess and now you're gonna have to send it in to get fixed anyway. So to me, it's not worth it. If you take it to a reputable camera store, they're probably gonna charge you about 60, 75 bucks and you're gonna have it cleaned and it's gonna be clean for a while. Now, how long until you should do it? That really depends. So I shoot pretty regularly. I would say on any given week, I'm shooting, I guess on average, probably like 3 to 4 or 5 sometimes. So sometimes it gets very heavy, right? So I would say for me, I need to be cleaning it every 6 months. And it wasn't until the last time that I got it cleaned, professionally cleaned, that I realized, like, holy crap, like I really need to be doing it more because it just makes life so much easier in post and you don't have to think about, you know, having to clean off dust. Basically on mine, it was getting down to like F4. I was seeing a little bit of spots and I'm like, okay, this is bad. Like, it needs to be cleaned. So don't be like me. If you shoot a little bit less, you don't shoot as regularly, you could probably get away 6, 12 months. you'd probably be okay. You're the only one that can tell, and the only way you can, and the way that you're gonna be able to tell is when you're editing, am I spending countless hours cleaning dust or countless minutes per photo cleaning dust? If that's the case, yeah, maybe it's time to clean your sensor. And I promise, Mark, I'll never go as long as I did with that. And all our other editors too, but Mark was the most vocal. I promise I'll never go that long again without cleaning my sensor. So I hope this video helps, guys. Like I said, preventative maintenance using this little guy, that's gonna help out a lot. Being mindful of your environment, not changing lenses in really crummy environments, that's gonna help a lot. And cleaning the front element definitely helps. I feel like sometimes on the wide angle, I'll see like the sunburst looks a little funky and I'm like, what the heck? And I'm like, there's dust in the front. Clean it up. If I'm shooting at like, f22, dust it off and then shoot again and you're gonna see how much cleaner it looks. So hopefully this video helped you guys. Please let me know if you have any questions, comments. This channel is more practical than it is gear review. I'm gonna do some gear review videos here and there, but I want this to be a very practical channel that a lot of people can get some value from. If you made it this far and you enjoy our content, if you would like to subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. If not, I don't know, we're 7 minutes in. What are you doing here? Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and yeah, leave a comment. I love responding to you guys. Have a great day.